Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just felt inspired to just sit and chat with you. It's been a long time since I have done a very informal video, just kind of chit-chatting with you about what has been going on. Everything is so planned all the time. All the videos have a topic and research and this and that. I forget to just kind of sit and be myself and talk to you guys about what has been going on. If you are new to my channel, I am Erica from Ericasgirlyworld. My channel is all about travel, shopping, luxury, fashion, vlogs. You know, if you like any of these fun things, make sure to subscribe. But my channel is also about myself, you know, my life as a 46-year-old career woman. I am a mom, I am a wife, I'm married to a husband that is much younger than me. I have a job. Like, my channel is about so much more than just the superficial stuff. But we know that the fashion is the core of my channel, right? So I wanted to talk to you guys. It's so hot. Can we talk about that first? You know, menopause. I mean, it sucks, right? So yeah, you know, that's one of the things that I've never talked to you guys about. I actually recently went to the doctor to check my hormones and found some things that I'm going to be addressing. I am going to be doing a video in January just because I want to wait for the January rush of fitness, okay? Right now, nobody gives a damn about fitness because we're all eating, right, and gaining like 30 pounds. But in January, I'm going to do a video about how to stay sexy and fit, you know, in your 40s and up. And it's a video that's really going to apply to anybody. But I do want to talk about, you know, diet tips, fitness tips, talk about hormonal changes, you know, things that you have to address as you get older. After you are like mid-30s, you know, these are the times that you need to be adjusting your lifestyle to the aging process to make sure you look hot as heck until you're 70, okay? Because that's how I live my life. Just because I'm in my 40s does not mean I need to lose my sexy, lose my mojo. I feel sexier than ever. I do wear sexy clothes, and I think, you know, we should not lose our confidence just because we are aging, right? So I will be talking about this in January. I have a badass video planned for you guys. It's gonna be really awesome. And if the video does well, you know, I'm gonna check the views. If the views don't do well, it means you're not interested. But if they do well, I can continue with the series and really give you more information in detail about diet and macros and calories and what exercises to do in your workout, you know, and all of that stuff. You know, dealing with menopause this year really sucked. I think the biggest thing for me is just being tired all the time, and then just the hot flashes. You know, they're flipping unbearable at night, during the day, you know, and I talked to my doctor. And you can do hormone replacement therapy for estrogen, but, you know, there are some risks associated with it. You know, increases your risk of breast cancer, all of these, you know, other really bad things. And I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna deal with the hot flashes. So that just, you know, I wonder when that's all gonna end, if ever. But yeah, so that was one thing that, you know, was going on this year. And then, guys, my channel this year, I don't know, things went really well. I feel like my channel has taken off more than ever, you know. So I'm sure if you're a subscriber, you have seen a lot of my collaborations. I have had quite a few really cool collaborations with companies I really believe in. I am very proud, but also, I don't know, I kind of like uncovered some dirt, if you want to say. This kind of like opened my eyes on how dirty the influencer industry can be, you know, and I talk a lot about that, but I feel like the more I get into it, the more I see how disgusting it is. I mean, guys, of course we want to make money. Of course we want to do collabs. I hope you guys don't mind my collabs. The things I talk about are things that I truly love. Many of my collabs are things that I buy myself, right? And are companies I believe in, because I don't think it's worthwhile me putting my credibility on the line for money. I don't know, man. I have realized as companies contact me more and more for collaborations, and I get contacted a lot by like all kinds of like crazy things that are not even have anything to do with my channel or fashion or luxury. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell is this? You know, I have been contacted by so many companies, and I kind of like see how the groove is, you know, and it makes me realize how many unethical collaborations kind of happen in the world of influencing. I will tell you, the most unethical request I received this year was, I had a company that contacted me and they wanted me to do a top 10 list of this kind of product, and I'm not going to say what it is. They wanted me to do a top 10 list of something, okay? And they wanted me to put their product at the number one best top product. And then on the request, they also asked me not to say that the video was sponsored. And I'm like, what the hell? I cannot believe even a company would ask somebody that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that already is an indication what kind of company that is. And the product looked legit. You know, it's a company that I would have worked under ethical circumstances. I would have definitely worked and collaborated with this company. But of course I'm not going to do it, you know. So, but how do you say that in a polite way that, hey man, you are being unethical as hell, right? So I responded to the collab request and I said, look, it does not sound right for me to put your product in first place on a top 10 list if I've never even tried your product, right? And you're kind of paying me to say that your product is number one. Also, I said, I cannot not do a video and not say it is sponsored. Like, I have to tell my audience that, hey, I am collabing with this company. This company sent me this for free, or this video is sponsored and the company is paying me. It is just so unethical to try to fool people. And yeah, like in all sponsored videos, of course I'm being paid to say something, but those are products I truly like. So I don't mind being paid to say something about a product that I have checked out, that I tested, that I loved. Nothing wrong with that. So I replied to the email and I said, look, first of all, I have to say that the video is sponsored. I said, I just simply cannot do that to my audience. I said, on top of that, there are like requirements by law for you to disclose sponsorships in posts on Instagram, in videos on YouTube. On top of this, I said, I'm going to disclose that this is a sponsored video, and then I'm going to say that your product is number one. I mean, that's going to look rigged as hell. Like, my audience is not stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that. I said, look, if you want to do a collaboration, I said, your product looks really cool. I said, I will be glad to receive your product, try it out, and then do a video in one of my hauls, you know, or one of my regular videos and talk about your product and what I thought of it. And of course, I never heard from them again, right? Now, here's the thing, guys. It was a real nice chunk of change that they were offering me. You know what I mean? I am blessed enough to be in a position where I can refuse all this money because I do have a nice job on the side. And not that that money wouldn't come in handy. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? Extra money always comes in handy, especially Christmas season. But that got me thinking, what about the people that don't have another job? What about the people that YouTube is their livelihood? What about people that are counting on that every penny to pay their rent? Are people gonna really be this ethical when a company really gives them a nice chunk of change to do this kind of stuff and not say that the video is sponsored? Do you know what I mean? I don't think so. I think a lot of people out there are doing these collaborations and not disclosing them and pretending to you that they love the product, and it is all a lie. You know, they're getting paid for, because, you know, some people depend on views and collabs to buy food, right? So just the fact that that company reached out to me with that kind of an offer told me that other people have done it before. I'm sure people do this kind of shit, you know, so very disheartening for me to kind of see how the game is really dirty. And then the other thing that kind of starts happening, and I'm sure that that is the case with really big bloggers that work with really big brands, is, okay, I work with this brand, I love their products, they paid me to mention their products, I tried another product from this brand, I love it, but I'm not going to mention it because I'm not going to give them publicity for free, right? And then it becomes kind of that game where you might really love something and then you don't want to mention it because you're like, these people got to pay me to say something, right? So when I think about the big bloggers, the Leonis, the Tamaras, the whatever, I am sure that that is a game that they play, that, hey, I'm not really going to talk about all the brands I don't work with, because if they want me to talk about them, they better pay. I'm going to talk about the ones that pay me, right? So like Tamara has been working a lot with Louis Vuitton, for example, and then you kind of focus on the brand that you have business relationships with, and you purposely exclude the brands that don't pay you because you are in a position where you're like, I'm at a point that I'm only giving you publicity if I'm making something off of it. So it steals the authenticity of the whole process, where they're showing you things that they like, but there might be other brands that they really dig, but they're not going to tell you because they are not making dough, right? I don't know. I feel like this year, as my channel became more successful and I've been making more collaborations, it's like kind of get a bigger taste for how dirty the industry is and all of the games that influencers play in the name of money, guys. And saying no to money is hard. It's really hard. I feel a bit disgusted, so I don't intend on breaking my integrity, guys. I don't care how much money they're willing to offer. I am making collaborations. I hope to continue to make great collaborations with companies that I truly love and believe in. I feel like that is very welcome. I do want to make more money, and I feel at the same time, if these are products that I truly enjoy myself, I feel like there's nothing wrong with showing them to you as a marketing tool, because I might be showing you something you dig, you know what I mean? And that's the purpose of an ethical, authentic collaboration, is find an influencer that truly enjoys your product, that is going to showcase your product to an audience, and that relationship is very authentic and legitimate, and the audience is going to dig that product. Do you know what I mean? So I hope that continues, but I'm not doing shady business, guys. I never have, and I really never will. I was just flabbergasted with some of the crap I saw this year. You guys this year probably saw a lot less of my daughter on my vlogs, and that breaks my heart, but my daughter is 19, she's growing up, and she has a boyfriend now, and it has been a tough transition for me not to have my daughter around all the time, not to be like, hey, Crystal, let's go grab some coffee. Hey, I want to go have a drink, let's go have brunch, or let's go shopping, or come with me to Miami. Those things don't kind of happen much anymore. It makes me sad. Makes my eyes tear, but your kids growing up is hard. I know I have seen many women talk about it. I have seen housewives talk about it on TV. But when you go through it yourself, it is a loss, man. Like, it is so painful. And my daughter still lives at home. So my daughter wants to be a computer programmer, right? So she's pursuing a technical degree. And the university she wants to go is the one I went to, which is University of Florida, which is a few hours away from Orlando. So she decided, Mom, I want to live at home. So I'm going to go to the community college here, so I don't have to have extra expenses, and I can live with you and still be comfortable. And I didn't think that was a big deal. That's exactly what I did, actually, with my studies. I went to the exact same community college that she's in right now. I graduated with honors, and then I went to University of Florida, where I graduated with honors in chemical engineering as well. So I was like, great. It's much cheaper when you go to community college, and really at the end, it does not matter, guys. I know there's a big stigma with not sending your kid to a 4-year school right off the bat, but I have done it. I went to community college, and legit, it did not matter 1 ounce when I graduated. The job that I got, the salary that I got, what matters is that I got good grades. So once you go to a university after your community college, as long as you get good grades there, and I graduated with honors, I got a top paying job, man, with a top company, as an engineer. So my daughter is in the honors program of her community college right now. I have no doubt that she's going to follow on my footsteps. And for her, it was a more comfortable transition. And selfishly for me too, because I just don't want her to leave, guys. So having her at home for a little longer is awesome. But she has her life now, and this year, one of the tough things about this year was her love, trials, and tribulations. I talked about that on my Instagram this year. She suffered a lot with a lot of jackasses. You guys all know you gotta kiss a lot of frogs before you find your prince, right? And she dated a couple of real assholes. One of them just kind of disappeared out of nowhere, like they were dating. He came here, we met him, we hung out with him. He just flipping ghosted her, okay? Just disappeared out of thin air. I cannot believe this generation right now, they're such cowards. Parents don't raise their boys to be men anymore. You know what I mean? If you don't like somebody, flipping tell it to their face. Have the balls and have the courage to say, look, you are a great girl, but I'm not in love. We had a good time, we hung out. Or, hey, you are a great girl, but right now I just want to play around, and I just want to dick around and date a bunch of girls. There's nothing wrong with you. I just want to venture out, okay, and be a dog. Hey, I can handle that. But disappearing on somebody, not letting them know what the hell is going on, What a coward move. So if you have kids, if you have boys, if you have sons, make sure you teach them that, okay? That is being a man. That's having integrity. That's having courage. You know what I mean? And actually, here's what happened a bit later. She met a boy, and they kind of were talking, and they went out one time and they were going to go out on a date, and she wasn't feeling him. She didn't want to talk to him. So she kind of wanted to ghost him too, and I didn't let her. I was like, dude, were you happy when that other guy did that to you? Well, no. I said, then you're going to have to grow a pair, and you're going to have to flipping tell him. So she was so nervous that she typed the message on her phone, and I had to click send because she did not want to say it. But she said, so-and-so, I think you're really nice. I just don't think we are vibing. Based on our conversations, I don't think our personalities really jive. You are really nice. And she said, I would rather be honest with you and let you know versus ghosting you. You know what his reply was? Thank you. He said, you know what? Thank you so much for letting me know. I really appreciate you saying that and sending me a message. I mean, right? Everybody appreciates a little bit of honesty. So the same thing I expected guys to do to her, I made her do the same thing. And in the end, it was hard, but she saw that she was doing the right thing by talking to the boy, right? So anyway, and then the second boy she was dating, I mean, I don't know what else to say. He was a pussy. He was nice. He came here. We met him. Of course, the first boy, she cried. She was devastated. And then the second boy, he came here. They were dating, kind of, seeing each other all the time. But then he started coming up with some excuses like, well, it's raining, in my car, this. And then he wouldn't come if it was raining. Then he would say he would show up, and he would be like, I ended up going out with my friends. It's so late right now, so I won't have the time to come. With my daughter, guys, I am like, pretty straightforward. The way I am with you guys, like I tell her the cold truth because I think she needs to toughen up and see things for what they are, right? So I told her, I was like, Crystal, this is not a good sign. I said, this is not a good sign at all. A guy that wants your ass, he's gonna climb a mountain, exhausted after working 24 hours, sweaty, disgusting, walking, but he will come to see you if he's into you. The excuses to me are a sign that he doesn't care anymore. I think you need to cut the cord. And of course, she was devastated. And guys, that's the hard thing about being a mom because I suffered with her. Every time a boy broke her heart, I cried with her. She would cry, sit down in the balcony crying, and I would hug her and cry with her because I don't know, I feel like I am a person that when somebody feels pain, I put myself in there with you. I am really empathetic and I just feel the pain with you. So it was so tough to see her suffer. I felt like I was suffering and I was back to being a flipping teenager and I hated those times, okay? I am very content being married right now and not suffering and living a happy married life. So with this guy, she was like, but mom, I like him. I don't want to break up. I said, but dude, here's what is going to happen. If you don't pull the Band-Aid off, if you don't rip it off, he's going to continue to bail on you and you're going to continue to suffer. Do you want to be like that for 6 months? Suffering for 6 months, right? With this guy bailing on you instead of giving yourself the space to meet somebody new that is going to give you what you want. And the good thing about Crystal is that she really listens to us, so as hard as it was for her and as much as it hurts, she did listen to us and she did break up with him. And he was like, but what's going on? And she's like, look, I want a relationship. Like, I want a person that's going to be here with me and is going to be a companion for me, that we're going to go out together all the time. And you're not giving me that, and that's not what I want. So she broke up with him. And then what happened was she ended up meeting her current boyfriend, a little bit later. And they are the cutest flipping thing, almost annoying cute, okay? But the moment that they started talking, they have glued together, they have not let each other go. They are together all the time. They talk a million times a day. They send each other videos. They send each other Snapchat. And she is so happy with him right now. And he gives her exactly what she wants. But I told her, I said, you only got to this place because you had the courage to pull the trigger on a bad relationship. I said, so use this learning for the rest of your life that when you are in a bad relationship, things are not gonna change. You're just wasting your time on a relationship that does not make you happy, with somebody that does not give you the respect or the time or the affection or whatever it may be that you're looking for, right? You keep making these excuses in your head because it's more comfortable to stay. It's easier to stay. But what I made her realize is that really easier to stay, I said, because what you are doing is you are signing a contract of suffering for whatever many months this relationship lasts. So it looks like you're not suffering much by staying in a bad relationship, but you really are. You are suffering for months on end or years, right? Depending on the case. In the end, when you really look at it with kind of like unbiased lenses, you realize that, man, I would rather pull the Band-Aid off, suffer for maybe 2-3 months or whatever that may be, and free myself to meet somebody good, than be with somebody that's blocking me from meeting a good guy or a good girl, and just suffering constantly all the time because she was upset all the time, waiting for his text, waiting for him to call, and then he was gonna come and he didn't come. But I want to do a video about this, about bad relationships and staying in bad relationships, how to get out, how to recover. I have been in a divorce myself, right? You guys know that. So I want to send out a message of encouragement out there to make people feel strong to leave, because the only reason my daughter is happy right now is because she was a badass and she had the courage to leave and she listened to me, and now she's happy as can be. Now, talking about my house this year, so guys, I did not make much progress on my house at all. You guys have been asking, Erica, we want a tour. Guys, I can't do a tour. My house is very much empty still. We have bought some furniture, but we decided to focus on building a pool first. So our pool construction is in progress right now. I am so excited. So once that is over, we'll go back to focusing on furnishing and decorating our house. And then the other piece of it is that, guys, we have had so many visitors, like so many visitors. I'm exhausted just thinking about it. That's one of the things about living in Orlando, you know, Disney World, is that everybody wants to come to your house. All those people that never talked to you before, they never gave a shit about you existing before, all of a sudden everybody's your best friend and they want to come stay over, you know, and save some money in a hotel, right? I'm not saying that that is the case with the people that did come to visit us, but I did get a lot of calls, okay? Let's just put it that way. But we have had, I swear to God, for the past 6 months, it has been one visitor after the next. Somebody comes, stays for a week, somebody leaves, somebody comes, stays for 6 weeks. So it has been a revolving door between Scott's family, my family, his friends, his employees. It has been insanity. And I actually created a rule with him last week where we were like, look, no more visitors until April. Like, so if you're watching this and you are a family member or a friend, doesn't mean we don't love you, but don't knock until after April. We need a few months to focus on our house, focus on ourselves, focus on our business, our channels, create plans for next year. And as much as visitors might be independent, and that is the case with all the visitors that came here, you still want to see them. You still want to go out to dinner with them. A lot of them expect us to go to the parks with them. So Disney and Universal and Islands of Adventure, and, you know, I take time off from work, and it disrupts, you know, when I have people at home, I feel bad leaving and going to film a video, for example, for my channel, right? I have something in my hair here. This high part of my hair is driving me insane. But you know what I mean? Like, oh, excuse me, I'm going to go film some videos. I feel terrible about that. And then the other part that's really hard is that I work from home. And a lot of times people think that because I work from home, I am available. But guys, during the day, I am not available. I have work meetings for my work, Skype meetings. I have tons of work that I have to get accomplished. So because I am physically home does not mean I don't have to work. So it is very disruptive to have people around while I'm trying to work and they're trying to talk to you and make plans, and it's just tough. So it is actually very, very stressful for me, between disruption with my job, disruption with my channel, having to make time to go to the park, spend all the money, go to dinners and this and that, and think that has been the case for 6 months. Like, I have visitors in my house right now, so even for the holidays, like, I'm gonna have 1 week to kind of enjoy the holiday season with my family. Scott and I, we don't know how to say no, you know, and we agreed that next year we're gonna learn how to say no so people space out their visits. I have had a point where I thought I was gonna have a mental mental breakdown, guys. Like, I'm not kidding you. I don't know. I feel like this year, because my channel has kind of like taken over, you know, and I have had a lot more commitments with collaborations. And guys, like, collaborations, they are commitments. Like, you guys don't realize what goes on behind the scenes, but you have contracts to sign. You have pages of things that you have to study and plan for, and talking points. And, you know, it is a job, right? It is a paid job. So when you kind of like can live on your channel and you kind of do videos as you please, and it's like, I'm tired, I'm not going to film videos anymore, which was the case with me in 2018. It is one thing, but I feel like this year my channel became a bit more professional, and then with all the collaborations, I don't have the luxury to say, screw it, I'm not going to film a video. No, I have deadlines, I have dates I need to release things by, I have contracts signed. You know, it's serious, it's business, it's work. So it has been really stressful having these many commitments with my channel, and then Scott being the workaholic that he is. I feel like next year I want to focus a little bit more on just like us time, you know, between me and Scott. I feel like this year we did not do a good job kind of prioritizing ourselves, just because I feel like work life took over. So next year what I want to do is I want to find a better balance with my collaborations for my channel. So what I want to do is, instead of, you know, having, I don't know, 5 collaborations that pay this much, I'm gonna have 2 collaborations that pay this much. You know what I mean? Just really minimize, like do less collaborations that are better paid, because then I'm not so overcommitted with so many videos and things all the time. And also because I'm feeling lonely, you know, without my daughter around. He has left a void, because, you know, Scott doesn't like shopping. Scott doesn't like brunches or going to have wine or food drinks with me. I mean, that's not the stuff he likes, you know. So my friends are all in Miami. You guys know Val is my BFF, lives in Miami, so she's not in Orlando. So I have felt quite lonely without the companionship of my daughter. I feel like I need to make a couple of really good friends in Orlando where I live. But also, guys, I am a person of very few friends. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like a lot of women. You know, I don't like a lot of drama. I see my sister with her millions of friends and is gossip this, gossip that. I hate gossip. I hate people that gossip. I don't want people that come to my house to see what I do and then go talk shit about me behind my back. I am too busy to gossip about other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I get together with my friends, it is all about having a great time, talking about successful things, projects, encouraging each other, fashion, having fun, planning a trip. Like, my time with my friends is always positive, you know, positivity all the time. I feel like people that focus on gossip is because their lives are shitty. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. People that gossip, people that have time to gossip, that means they have free time because their life is shitty. Because I don't know anybody that is successful, that travels or has a great career, beautiful family, busy with their kids, busy with their house, busy, you know, having fun with their friends. People that are successful really don't have time to focus on others. That's why if you think about the office, right, like an office environment, everybody's talking shit about the boss, right? The director or the manager, but the manager is the winner. Do you think the manager is taking time gossiping about the regulars? You know what I mean? About the randos? No! He's busy being a manager, a director, a VP. So there is a meme that I absolutely love that says, winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners. And that's exactly right. People that gossip are losers. They have to focus on other people's lives that are worth talking about because they don't have one of their own, right? So I don't like to have a lot of people in my life that bring drama. If I find somebody's not cool, man, I mean, I'm out. You know, I really X them out. I don't have a lot of friends that come to my house. My group of friends is super select because if you are not cool, if you're not encouraging other women, I don't want you around, you know. So, but I think I do need to find a couple good friends in Orlando that I can hang out on a regular basis without having to travel to Miami to kind of fill the void that my daughter has left, you know. Now, in terms of videos for the channel, I have some pretty cool stuff plan that I want to try next year, but I don't want to talk about it because bitches are going to copy my ideas, okay? So I'm not going to give you the scoop, but I do have some super fun series that I'm planning for next year. I do kind of have a strategy for my shopping next year, guys, which I want to focus on my house, so furniture is definitely top priority. And then in terms of luxury, I really want to be specific about buying bags and jewelry, okay? These are the things I want to focus on. This year, I feel like I bought a ton of shoes. I'm looking at them right now. I bought way too many shoes, and I focused a lot on clothes. I love luxury ready-to-wear. I have an addiction to luxury ready-to-wear. I just think that once you graduate from Zara to luxury ready-to-wear, it is so hard to go back, guys. It is an addictive feeling of you wearing a garment that is the best fabric, the most amazing fit, and makes you look like $1 million. You get kind of addicted to that high because a fabulous outfit makes you so confident. And then what I have learned is when I see people dressed in luxury ready-to-wear, you can tell. I mean, they walk in the room, they look luxe, guys. As much as people don't want to believe and they say that it's the same thing, Zara and Dior, it is not, my peeps. If you say that, it's because you haven't tried Dior. You know what I mean? It's gonna be really hard for me next year to try to curb my appetite for ready-to-wear, because that right now is what I enjoy buying the most. It's so funny because most women are into bags, and right now I am, if I could, I would spend all my money on luxury ready-to-wear, guys. But here's the thing, I sold a lot of my bags. All of the bags that I wasn't using, I had no mercy. And now I have some gaps on my bag closet. So I do need to focus on bag, and I want to focus on my jewelry collection, like real jewelry. I want to get some Van Cleef this year, maybe some Louis Vuitton real jewelry. I have a list. So my focus will be jewelry and bags for the most part, okay? Now, 2019 I felt was a much more balanced year for me. I found balance on my Instagram. I don't post pictures, crazy pictures every day anymore, like I said I wasn't gonna do, so I follow through with my word. My stories are still super active because I love doing my stories. That's where all the stuff goes down, guys. Drama, my opinions, what's going on in the fashion world. I love my stories. So if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do so, because I think my stories are the bomb and I interact so much with you guys there. I love it. My YouTube, I'm not where I want to be yet. So I feel like next year I want to find a bit more of a balance with collaborations and commitments, and kind of find that sweet spot where I'm happy, I'm comfortable, I still have time with my family, not so many commitments, so it's still a learning process for my YouTube, but I'm so grateful for all the success that I have achieved on my YouTube. I'm almost at 50,000 subs, so if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, guys. That is so amazing. I never thought in a million years I was gonna get to 50,000 subscribers, okay? I started my channel. My goal was never to be a full-time YouTuber, still is not to be a full-time YouTuber. Of course, I would love to get to 1 million subscribers one day. I'm gonna continue to work to grow, but that is not my reason for existing with my YouTube. I feel like my YouTube is a side gig that has kind of paid back exponentially, with your love, your support, all the subscribers. Like, I never thought in a million years I was gonna get to 10,000, okay? Much less 50,000, okay? So that to me is already success beyond I have ever dreamt of. Thank you for the support. And then in 2020, guys, it's the start of a new decade, I feel like we all have to kind of sit back, kind of rethink our lives, and just set up some big goals, like set up some big shit you want to accomplish in the next decade, okay? And then for me, I feel like I just need to do some soul searching. I need to find my sweet spot with my husband, my sweet spot with my YouTube channel, kind of adapt to life with seeing less of my daughter, which is really, really tough. And then what are my new dreams? I feel like, I don't know, I've accomplished my dreams, like my YouTube is like so beyond my dreams. You guys have no idea. It's like my dreams to like the nth degree. It's like, where do I go from here? You know what I mean? I'm already so grateful and so happy, so content with everything. I need to find some new dreams, to go after. I am in a place of just gratitude. I am So grateful to God for giving me a better year in 2019. You guys know I had a real bad year before that, very stressful year. Really, some crazy shit went down. One day I'm gonna make a video about all of that, but I don't want to do it right now. I'm just so beyond all of that shit. But when my drama from 2018 comes to a conclusion, I'll make a video talking to you about it. But God really answered my prayers to give me a 2019 with more peace, just enjoying my life, you know. And with that came additional success, you know, for my channel, success on my regular job. I got promoted on my regular job. So I don't know, I just am so grateful to God. I feel like sometimes you face some really crazy challenges in your life to really prepare you for what's to come. I really truly believe that things in your life happen for a reason. Everybody you cross paths with in your life, I believe it's for a reason. I do not believe anything is a coincidence, you know. So I do think that all of the suffering is meant for a reason. And I think, you know, when you fast forward 5 years, 10 years, you look back and you understand, hey, maybe that guy broke up with me because I'm meant to be with this other person and I'm so much happier now. Maybe you suffered here so you can, you know, help others after. There's always a reason. So I know there is a reason for all of the suffering that I went through. I will continue to learn what that reason is, but I have had such a great 2019, and all I can say is, God, my Lord, that I love so much, thank you so much for your blessings. I mean, we are nothing without God and His blessings and His energy. I fully believe that, but I also believe we have a piece of responsibility in our life, right? It's not only God. We have to do good. We got to go after our goals. We got to keep dreaming. We got to fight. We got to be strong to get to where we need to be, right? So if I have to leave you with any message is, don't forget to look at the positive that is happening in your life every day. You have to be grateful every day for the good things. I feel like that's what happiness is you just looking around and appreciating the amazing things you have in your life. Your loving husband, a healthy child, an amazing career, awesome friends. We all have something that we can be grateful for, and that is true happiness. And then the other piece of it is, go after your dreams. Take action. Take the next year, you know, by the horns and make something crazy happen for your life that you never thought was possible. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to me rambling for God knows how long now. But I just wanted to have a heart-to-heart with you guys and tell you how much I love you and appreciate you. Cheers to 2020. A lot of number one health, a lot of love, and a lot of success to all of us. Love you guys. Bye.